Hi, everybody. Welcome to Dan on Sports. The NFL owners are meeting in Phoenix this week, and the push is on to add one more regular season game to bring the total up to 18. Now, the NFL Players Association has been opposed to this for some time, but I think you're going to see a full court press, to borrow a basketball term, by the owners, particularly since the Players Association now has new leadership, to get that 18th game. Robert Kraft, the owner of the Patriots in particular, is pushing for an 18th game. And of course, there's just a load of money to be made by the NFL if they get that 18th regular season game. And the reason they want it is because it will enable them to adjust the schedule so that the Super Bowl will be played on President's Day weekend. So they'll carry the season into the middle of February rather than ending it the first week of February. And that's what it's all about. The NFL has been against playing the Super Bowl on Saturdays so that the fans can recover, even the casual fan, on a Sunday. They want that game played on a Sunday. But if they can push it to President's Day weekend, most people have President's Day off that Monday, and so you can party to your heart's content and not have to worry about going to work the next day. Although I know a lot of people who have, for many years, taken that Monday off after the Super Bowl anyway. But that's what the NFL wants. Plus, there's just scads of money to be made because their goal is to have every team, and Kraft has said this, their goal is to have every team play one international game a year. So it would be plausible if they can add that 18th game. It would work out from a schedule standpoint so that each team could play one international game per season, plus you would be able to push the Super Bowl to that President's Day weekend. Now, in return, what do the players want? You've got to make it obviously inviting for the players to accept this. Well, I think if the players get that extra bye week so that they would have 2 byes per season, and that's what Kraft is promising. Right now they've got 1 bye, but 2 byes per season, and you make it financially attractive, it could happen. I know this. You're seeing more conversation about the NFL trying to add that 18th regular season game than abandoning the tush push. The tush push is not going to be ruled illegal as far as the rule book is concerned. They're going to go forward with the tush push. In fact, they have found that it wasn't used as much in 2025, so forget about conversation of banning the tush push. That's not going to happen. But you could very well see an 18th game. Now, will it happen coming out of these owners' meetings in Phoenix? I don't think so. But I think it's going to be happening sooner than you think, adding that 18th game, because it checks all the boxes, as I've said. It brings the Super Bowl to President's Day weekend. You throw out another bye week. You make it more attractive for the players. It's going to be more TV money for the NFL, be it streaming or however they package it. Perhaps it even enables them to have more Wednesday games by taking that international approach. So there's so many avenues the NFL can proceed if they get that 18th game. And what it's about is money, 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 money. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. That's what it's all about. It's about the money. And so that's what the NFL wants. Simple as that. So that's my point. My point is this. You're going to see a big push for this 18th game, a lot of conversation at the NFL owners meeting about it, and the goal is to bring the Super Bowl to President's Day weekend, and you give the players another bye week. You get each team to play an international game per season. It checks all the boxes and brings in scads of money. Plus, and I'm going to look at this now from I think the NFL owners' perspective. Because if you look at the NFL in the old days, they played 6 preseason games and then 14 regular season games. It totaled 20. And I'm telling you, they went all out on those 6 preseason games for the most part. Back in the day, you saw regulars playing for most of the game in the preseason. Well, those days obviously have changed, but if you essentially eliminate these exhibition games. Don't call them exhibition, call them preseason games. But if you essentially eliminate them down to 2 and you have 18 regular season games, then I think you've got yourself a schedule that, in the long run, I believe will appease the NFL Players Association. The NFL is going to do everything possible to get the players to accept this. It's a collective bargaining situation, but they are going to go all out to even make it financially plausible for the association so that they can get that 18th game. Guaranteed. And you will see, and it's going to happen soon, probably by the turn of the decade, that 18th game plus the Super Bowl being played on President's Day weekend. NFL, Super Bowl, President's Day weekend, doesn't get any more patriotic than that, does it? That's going to do it for Dan on Sports. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thank you very much for subscribing to my newsletter. And to do that, if you haven't, just go to danonsports.com. See you later.